RoCo Radio High School baseball coverage will start in 2 minutes. Your pregame show getting you ready for tonight's high school baseball matchup will start in 1 minute and 30 seconds. High school baseball coverage on RoCo Radio will start in 1 minute. Tonight's RoCo Radio pregame show will start in 30 seconds as we get you ready for high school baseball. The following is a presentation of RoCo Radio Sports. America's pastime. Some of the best programs across the Triad and the state of North Carolina. This is high school baseball on RoCo Radio, featuring the Reidsville Rams, McMichael Fighting Phoenix, the Moorhead Panthers, and the Rockingham County Cougars. Capturing all the big hits, the web gems, and the pitching performances to remember for a lifetime. It's baseball action on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. We start with your RoCo Radio pregame show. Let's head down to the field and get you ready for first pitch as we bring you high school baseball action from across Rockingham County, right here on RoCo Radio.
Good afternoon. I'm Jonathan Hatley of RoCo Radio, and I'm coming to you live from Reidsville High School, the Ernie Holcomb Stadium, as the Reidsville Rams, 3-4, 0-0 in the Mid-State 2A, host the McMichael Phoenix, 7-1, 2-0 in the Mid-State 2A. We have interviews with the coaches coming up for you to start with, and we will preview the starting lineups. Before we get to those interviews, I got lineup cards for both coaches. Starting lineup for the visiting McMichael Phoenix will be leadoff hitter number 12, Easton Tillman. He will also be the starting pitcher for the Phoenix. Batting second will be number 8, second baseman Eli Gann. Third hitter will be shortstop number 4, Grayson Shelton. Fourth hitter will be number 6, center fielder Colin Mitchell. Batting fifth will be the designated hitter number 7, Brady Dunn. He will be hitting in the defensive spot of number 11 left fielder Andrew Lovelace. Sixth hitter will be number 15 catcher Jack Rogers. Batting seventh will be number 5 first baseman Quentin Joyner. Batting eighth will be third baseman number 10 Jackson Hall, and batting ninth will be the right fielder number 14 Peyton Goins. And over on the Reidsville Rams side, they will lead off with first baseman number 5 Connor Martin. Batting second will be catcher number 8, Lucas Gengler. Batting third and making his mid-state 2A debut for this season, coming off the state championship in basketball, will be number 10, shortstop Christian Scales. Starting pitcher for the Rams will be batting fourth, number 38, Colby Cooper. We also saw him start the game against the Rockingham County Cougars last week in our coverage. Second baseman Grady Barrett will bat fifth, wearing number 9. Batting sixth and wearing number 6 will be third baseman Dakota Petty. Batting seventh, number 27, designated hitter Jack Miller, and he will be hitting in the defensive spot of number 37, Carson Robertson, who is playing left field tonight. Batting eighth will be their center fielder, and also making his mid-state 2A debut for the season and coming off the Reidsville Rams State Basketball Championship, number 2, Princeton Janney. And batting ninth and playing right field will be number 13, Davis Bowers. And now RoCo Radio brings you interviews with the 2 coaches for this evening. And we will get those started, starting with the coach of the visiting McMichael Phoenix, Clark Erskine. This is Jonathan Hatley of RoCo Radio and the RoCo Radio pregame show. I'm here with head coach of the McMichael Phoenix, Clark Erskine. Coach Erskine, your team's off to a hot 7-1 start, 2-0 conference record. How you feel coming into this one?
We feel good about it. We've had some ups and downs, so anytime you have some downs, it's good to see them respond with some ups and play hard. We've obviously made some mistakes along the way, but like these guys, their effort has been, good the entire time. So, you know, in high school athletics, if you have a lot of effort and a lot of confidence, you got a shot to win every ball game, you know.
Well, that's definitely the truth. This is our first time covering you guys. Who are some players that we should be on the lookout for?
Everybody. I don't know. We are a sophomore and junior laden team. A lot of those freshmen from last year and sophomores from last year now moved up a year, but they got a lot of experience last year. But we still got some good senior leaders in Tyvon and Brady Dunn. Pitching staff is pretty deep, so if anybody's not feeling it one day, you can kind of go with the next guy up type mentality. So, Easton Tillman's going to throw tonight for us. He's a strong lefty. He's third year on varsity. Pretty electric stuff. Eli Gann's our other starter most nights, but he can come in relief as well. He's a 3 or 4 pitch guy on any count type of guy. Colin Mitchell's our flamethrower. We'll pull Jack Rogers from behind home plate and let him throw as well. Grayson Shelton's a 3-year varsity starter as well. He towed it last Friday, so he probably won't today, but he threw a 5-inning complete game shutout. Jackson Hall's a sophomore that throws strikes for 2-3 pitches. Just a bunch of dudes that'll throw strikes and give you a chance to win. So, high school athletics, if you can catch a ground ball and throw it across the infield and you throw strikes, you got a shot,
Hey, play mistake-free and you'll win ball games. Have you felt about the conference scheduling the same team 2 times a week like they are this year?
It feels more like real baseball. You get to see everybody's 1s and 2s as opposed to trying to stack guys against certain competition. So I think we've been doing that for maybe 4 or 5 years now, so that's been good. I'd still support a 3-game series if they really wanted to do it, like a Monday, Tuesday, Friday, or a Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, or a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Because then you find out how deep you really are. That would really help us this year. But some years you're kind of glad it's a 2-game set. But,
Yeah, and I know there's some tough competition in the 2A division, including in this conference. So good luck tonight, Coach, and we'll be seeing you later on this season.
Appreciate it.
And that was head coach Clark Erskine of the McMichael Phoenix that you just heard from. And now we will hear from head coach of the Reidsville Rams, Mike Elrod. This is Jonathan Hatley of RoCo Radio and the RoCo Radio pregame show. I'm here with head coach of the Reidsville Rams, Mike Elrod. Coach Elrod, you're off to a little bit of a tough start, but you played Rockingham County Cougars tough last week. How does that affect your confidence level coming into this conference opener?
Well, we did play Rockingham very well. made some mistakes and some errors that we're learning from. But anytime you play a team like that and we hit the ball like we did, we gained some confidence and we bounced back, last Friday and ended up playing a pretty decent little team out of Kernersville and handled them here. But I like to see the guys when they bounce back from a tough loss like that to have some confidence. We learn from that and we grow from it.
Well, I know you're familiar coming in with a lot of McMichael's squad. Does that give you an advantage coming into this game in any way?
Well, I do know these guys, and these guys very good ball players, very good program over there. Coach Erskine done a very good job with those guys, and I don't know about an advantage. These guys change from year to year. They grow and they get stronger and faster and learn more about the game. So I wouldn't say that, but definitely adds a little more to it when everybody over there either coached them or or in some point of their life. So it means a lot to me to play those guys, and man, I've been around them a long time, so I have a place in my heart for those guys, so I've got to spend a lot of time with them.
All right, Christian Scales and Princeton Janney are back off of winning that state basketball championship. With them returning, how big of a boost is that to the team?
Well, that's a huge boost. We have missed those guys. And anytime you can bring state champions with you on your roster, then they know what it takes to win. They know what it takes to work to get to accomplish that. And they're leaders. They're good ball players, and they're happy. So I love them when I see their smiles, and they're happy to be here. And man, it definitely gives us a huge boost. And the guys are excited, and I'm excited to see them here.
All right, and who you starting pitcher tonight?
Colby Cooper is going to be on the mound again tonight. He threw against Rockingham last week and did a really, really good job. So we're going to start him tonight and see what he has, and we're going to ride his shoulders, man. He's going to put us on his shoulders and carry us, I hope. So he can do it. He can do it, and he's a good young man and strong young man. So, and if not, we have guys waiting. So we should be okay.
Well, he did a great job against Rockingham last week in the 4 innings he pitched. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
All right, that was head coach of the Reidsville Rams, Mike Elrod. You've heard from both coaches, and you've heard from our starting lineups that we obtained from those coaches. A little statistical preview. We didn't have any statistics available on Max Preps for the McMichael Phoenix, unfortunately, but we have some available on the Reidsville Rams. Leadoff hitter for the Rams, Connor Martin, comes into this game hitting .440 on the season. Lucas Gengler, their number 2 hitter, is hitting .450. Christian Scales will be getting his first at-bats of the season coming off that state basketball championship. Colby Cooper comes into the game hitting .348 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Second baseman Grady Barrett hitting .286 on the season. Third baseman Dakota Petty is hitting .273 on the season. Designated hitter Jack Miller hitting .176 right now, but we expect him to pick up that batting average as the season goes along. Princeton Janney, hitting 8th, is also getting his first at-bats of the season. And right fielder Davis Bowers comes into this one hitting .238. As a team, the Reidsville Rams hit .293. They've scored 45 runs. 31 of those were batted in. They have 11 doubles, a triple, a home run, and a .421 on-base percentage with 36 walks. So this team knows how to get on base. And starting pitcher for the Rams tonight, Colby Cooper, comes in with a 6.1 ERA, and he struck out 10. Many of those strikeouts coming against the Rockingham County Cougars last week in the game that he pitched against them. Around a third of those strikeouts coming against the Rockingham County Cougars last week. And a score update in the comments. Rockingham County up 6-0 over Eastern Guilford in the middle of the third inning. Nate Revis was the starting pitcher. He has 4 Ks in 2 innings. Brady Ross, Ethan Bognar, Hudson Deal, and Bryson Apple all with RBIs on the game so far. So good start over in McLeansville for the Rockingham County Cougars tonight. The Moorhead Panthers tonight were slated to play, I believe it was the Walkertown Wolfpack. Yes, they are hosting the Walkertown Wolfpack over at Eden Moorhead. That game started at 6 p.m. And Rockingham County Softball is playing at Dudley High School tonight. That game started at 6 p.m. Tomorrow's slate, RoCo Radio will be bringing you Rockingham County at Moorhead. First pitch slated for 7 p.m. We will begin our coverage around 6:30. Bethany Community School will host Bartlett Yancey at 5 p.m. tomorrow. And Rockingham County will host Walkertown in softball at 6 p.m. at Rockingham County. And in the top of the third inning right now, Walkertown is over the Moorhead Panthers 1-0. Walkertown's been a bit of a surprise to me, starting off undefeated in their conference slate and looking like a pretty solid team so far. So we'll have an idea of what they might have depending on their performance against Moorhead tonight. It'll be a good indicator of how these other county teams will fare against them. Reidsville's already taken their infield and outfield. McMichael in the process of taking theirs right now. Almost done. We've got the umpires on the field, so we should be bringing this one into you to start here in just a few moments. We'll have the PA announcers announce the starting lineups, and we'll have the national anthem for you. Reidsville coming into this game with a little bit more of a bench as far as presence. They've got 6 players in reserve tonight, where McMichael has 4. In reserve for McMichael are Dax Acord, Tyvon Dalton, Lucas Smith, and Aaron Compton. And in reserve right now for the Reidsville Rams, Zaylen Hampton, Braden Snow, Jeremiah Cobb, Tanner McKinney, Christian Lockamy, and Jacob Perkins. Both teams looking pretty good in warm-ups tonight. Both coaches feeling pretty confident in their lineups. And both teams looking to start and or stay perfect in the conference right now. Should be a good matchup coming up for you. It looks like we're going to be getting started here with lineups in the national anthem. Teams have exited the field. Umpires at home plate. I want to thank everyone that's listening in. Coaches Mike Elrod and Clark Erskine meeting at home plate with the officials. These two familiar with each other. In this design at Ernie Holcomb Stadium, you have almost a grandstand type setup behind the backstop, well back from the backstop. Nice stadium seating with concrete below. Something almost like you would see at a minor league professional stadium, but a very nice aesthetic. McMichael came out on top in the junior varsity game and was called on the run rule after 5 innings. A 10-run victory for the junior varsity Phoenix. The managers have gone back to the dugouts, and it looks like it's time to get started. I will bring the Reidsville PA announcer in here, and we will get ready to get this thing going.
Starting lineups for the McMichael Phoenix. Batting first and pitching is Easton Tillman. Batting second and playing second base, Eli Gann. Batting third, playing shortstop, is Grayson Shelton. Batting fourth, playing center field, is Colin Mitchell. Batting fifth is the DH, Brady Dunn. Batting sixth, playing catcher, is Jack Rogers. Batting seventh, playing first base, is Quentin Joyner. Batting eighth, playing third base, is Jackson Hall. Batting ninth and playing right field is Peyton Goings. Playing left field is Andrew Lovelace. And your subs for the McMichael Phoenix are Dax Accord, Tyvon Dalton, Lucas Smith, and Aaron Compton. And now your lineup for the Reidsville Rams. Leading off, playing first base, Connor Martin. Batting second, playing catcher is Lucas Gangler. Batting third and playing shortstop, Christian Scales. Batting fourth and playing pitcher is Colby Cooper. Batting 5th at second base, Grady Barrett. Batting 6th at third base, Dakota Petty. Batting 7th is your DH, Jack Miller. Batting 8th at center field is Princeton Janey. And batting 9th in right field is Davis Bowers. Playing left field is Carson Robertson. Your subs for Reidsville include Zaylin Hampton, Braden Snow, Jeremiah Cobb, Tanner McKinney, Christian Bakami, and Jacob Perkins. Please stand as we honor our nation for the national anthem. Presenting your colors tonight is Sergeant Newsom from the Junior ROTC.
Reidsville Rams have taken the field. And leading off the top of the first for the McMichael Phoenix, number 12, Easton Tillman, followed by number 8, Eli Gann, and number 4, Grayson Shelton. Colby Cooper starting on the bump for the Reidsville Rams. As we saw from him last week against Rockingham County, he's got a good little bit of zip on his fastball, some decent lateral movement on it as well, and pretty good control. Held the Rockingham County Cougars to 3 runs over 4 innings of work. Had 3 strikeouts in those innings. Gave up just 2 hits. No, excuse me, 3 hits. And 3 walks in those 4 innings of work. So a good 95 pitch outing for him last week. And that's going to bring up Easton Tillman, and here comes the first pitch of the game. Called strike on the breaking ball, 0-1 count to Tillman. And that one's fouled over to the left side, and it's twisting out of play. Bringing the count 0-2. Cooper working quickly from the windup. Here comes the 0-2. And it's ripped to the first baseman, lined out for the first out of the inning.
Next up, the second baseman, Eli Gann.
That's going to bring up second baseman Eli Gann for the Phoenix with one out in the top of the first. Here comes the first pitch to Gann from Cooper. Strike one called. 0-1 count to Eli Gann. Second pitch inside off the plate. 1-1 count now. Here comes the 1-1. That one's up and in. Brings the count 2-1. Gann in the 2-1 count. Here's Cooper with the offering. Swing and foul tipped back to the screen. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he slaps a breaking ball down the right field line. It lands fair. So the single for Eli Gann puts a runner on first, 1 out, and brings up shortstop Grayson Shelton. And we've got a meeting on the mound. Colby Cooper is doubled over. Unsure if he injured himself on that 2-2 offering to Gann. And following the stoppage check on him, he throws a couple of pitches and seems okay, so he'll continue on. And that's going to bring up Phoenix shortstop Grayson Shelton with a runner on first and 1 out. Here's the first pitch. It's to short, to second, to first. 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. So the Phoenix pick up no runs on 1 hit. And after 1/2 inning of play, score remains 0-0.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling.
Colby Cooper, Reidsville starter, gets out of that first inning throwing only 9 pitches, getting 3 outs to hold the Phoenix scoreless in the top of the first. Now coming into the bottom of the first, the Reidsville Rams will lead off first baseman Connor Martin, followed by catcher Lucas Gingler and shortstop Christian Scales.
Leading off, the first baseman, Connor Martin.
And we will get our first look at Phoenix pitcher, left-hander Easton Tillman. He'll lead off against left-handed hitter Connor Martin. Here's the first pitch. Ball just off the outside corner of the plate to bring the count 1-0. Tillman working quickly. That one's off the plate as well, 2-0 count. And that's a called strike down the middle to bring the count to 2-1. And that's a liner to the gap. It gets down. Martin digging for 2. Throws coming in. He's going to get there standing. And Connor Martin with a leadoff double to right center to start things off for the Rams. Rams already have a runner in scoring position with no one out. And that's going to bring up catcher Lucas Gingler. Tillman will work from the stretch. Here's the first pitch to Gingler. And that one's no, it's down the right field line, twisting, but stays fair and drops in. And the throw from right to third, and it's just missed him. So he drops in a single. Connor Martin advances to third. But what a throw from right fielder Peyton Goins to third base. Nearly got Martin. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, shortstop Christian Scales, in his first at bat of the season since coming off the basketball season. Tried to check his swing. Was unable. That's strike 1 to Scales, 0-1 count. Gingler takes second on the pickoff attempt. Managed to slide under the throw from first to second. So now Christian Scales has 2 runners in scoring position and an 0-1 count. Now courtesy runner will check in for Gingler. Looks like it's going to be number 7, Braden Snow. And Tillman with the 0-1 pitch. Foul tip from Christian Scales. Count is now 0-2. Scales finds himself in a hole early. Here's the 0-2. That one's out off the plate for ball 1. Tillman from the stretch comes set. The 1-2 delivery. And it's fouled back. Still 1-2 to Christian Scales. Looked like he took that one off his back foot. And Tillman from the stretch, the 1-2. Scales held back from offering at it off the plate. Now it evens the count at 2-2. Tillman with the 2-2. Swing and a miss for Scales for strike 3 and the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up number 38, Colby Cooper, the starting pitcher for the Rams, with runners at second and third and one out. Tillman from the stretch. Here's his first offering to Cooper. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Cooper digs back in, down 0-1. Here's the pitch from Tillman. And that swing grounds it to third. Thrown on to first for the out. But the runners advance. Cooper picks up the RBI on the ground out for the second out of the inning. Snow will advance to third on the play. So now with 2 outs and a runner on third, that's going to bring up second baseman Grady Barrett. Here's the first pitch to Barrett. It's grounded straight back up the middle. Fielded by the second baseman, throws across his body. And the throw pulls him off the bag. Good job by first baseman Quentin Joyner to dig that one out, but it pulled him off the bag.
Third baseman Dakota Petty.
And that'll bring in Snow to score, and the score is now 2-0 Reidsville Rams. Still 2 out and runner on first for third baseman Dakota Petty. Here's the first offering to Petty. Strike 1 on the outside corner with the fastball. Second pitch is called a ball. Now count is even to Petty, 1-1. Reidsville with a 2-0 lead. Barrett takes second on the pitch. And that third pitch was a called strike. Count now 1-2 to Petty. And a swing and a miss for strike 3 to end the inning. The Reidsville Rams pick up 2 runs on 3 hits in the bottom of the first. And after 1 complete inning of play, the score is Reidsville Rams 2, McMichael Phoenix 0.
Colin Mitchell.
Colin Mitchell will lead off the inning for the McMichael Phoenix. Center fielder. He'll be followed by Brady Dunn and Jack Rogers, the catcher. Brady Dunn, the DH. And here's the first pitch to Mitchell. A little up and in for ball one. And a breaking ball on the outside corner, called strike one. That evens the count to Mitchell, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 offering to Mitchell. That one's a called strike on the outside corner, now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss for Mitchell. And Cooper gets the out on the strikeout. And that's going to bring up designated hitter Brady Dunn for the Phoenix. Here's the first offering to Dunn. Dunn rips it toward short, fielded by Scales, fired across the diamond. And that's out number 2 on the shortstop to first put out. Another quick inning of work so far for Colby Cooper. That's going to bring up catcher Jack Rogers for the Phoenix. Here's the first offering to Rogers. Called a ball. Just high out of the zone. Here comes the 1-0. And that one's just off the outside. 2-0 count now to Jack Rogers. And that one's off the plate outside. Brings the count 3-0 to Rogers. And that's a called strike on the inside corner. Brings the count 3-1. And Cooper steps off the mound. They're back ready, and here comes the pitch. And that's a called strike on the outside corner, and Rogers thought that he had taken ball 4 there. Brings it to a full count. Rogers swung and missed on the last pitch. Ball hit the dirt, and the catcher had to throw him out at first, but he was able to successfully do so. 1-2-3 inning for Cooper. And after 1.5, McMichael Phoenix are scoreless. Reidsville Rams lead 2-0.
the second inning is the DH Jack Miller.
Jack Miller will be the leadoff hitter for the Reidsville Rams. He's going to be followed by Princeton Janney, the center fielder, and the right fielder, Davis Bowers, to lead off the second inning for the Rams. Easton Tillman still on the mound for the Phoenix. Here's his first pitch to Miller. Miller with the swing and the miss. Brings the count to 0-1. Miller, the lefty DH against the lefty pitcher. Second pitch is outside for ball one. Brings the count to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 offering to Miller. And that one's fouled down the third base line. Brings the count to 1-2. The 1-2 offering to Miller. Swung and missed, strike three for the first out of the inning.
Now the center fielder, Princeton Janney.
And that'll bring up Princeton Janney, center fielder, and his first at bat for the Rams this season. Janney, the left-handed hitter, steps in for his first at bat of the season. Here's the first pitch. Called the ball off the plate outside. 1-0 count to Janney. Second pitch is up and in, nearly hits him. Brings the count to 2-0. Here's the third pitch to him. That's a called strike on the outside corner. 2-1 count now to Janney. Two-one is off the plate. Brings the count to 3-1. Janney settles in against Tillman. Tillman with the windup and the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. Brings the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss from Janney. Second out of the inning on the strikeout. And Davis Bowers, right fielder, will come up to bat. After that, we will return to the top of Reidsville's order. Here's the first pitch to Bowers. Upstairs, ball one. Here's the 1-0. That one's a little up as well. Brings the count 2-0 to Bowers. Tillman working quickly out on the mound. Winds up, fires. And that's a called strike right down Broadway. 2-1 count now to Bowers. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's grounded back to Tillman. It goes off his glove, bounces to the second baseman, thrown to first for the third out. And that will end the bottom of the second for the Reidsville Rams. They pick up no runs on no hits. Easton Tillman struck out 2 in the inning. And at the end of 2 complete, our score is still Reidsville Rams 2, McMichael Phoenix 0. leading off the top of the third for the Phoenix will be first baseman Quentin Joyner. He will be followed by third baseman Jackson Hall and right fielder Peyton Goins. Cooper will start his third inning of work, just thrown 20 pitches through the course of the game so far through 2 innings. And here's his first offering to Quentin Joyner. And Joyner flies it out to right center. Right fielder settles under it, and it's caught for the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up third baseman Jackson Hall for the McMichael Phoenix.
The third baseman, Jackson Hall.
First pitch to Hall goes behind him. Breaking ball got away from Cooper. Ball 1. The 1-0 offering to Hall. Wind up and the pitch. Strike called outside corner. Evens the count at 1-1. Cooper working quickly from the windup. Swing and a miss for strike 2 from Hall. Now 1-2 count. Comes the 1-2. Breaking ball hits Hall. And that one slipped away from Cooper just a bit. Jackson Hall will take first base. And looks like Gingler took that one a little bit awkwardly off of his body. They've stopped play, checking on everyone. Everyone seems to be okay, and that's going to bring up right fielder number 14, Peyton Goins, with a runner on first and 1 out. Pickoff attempt by Cooper, not in time. Cooper working from the stretch. Just called low. 1-0 now to Goins. Here's the 1-0. And that gets past Gingler. The ball in the dirt gets past Gingler, and Hall will advance to second base on the pass ball. Now 2-0 to Peyton Goins. Cooper from the stretch. Here's the 2-0. And it's ripped to third base. The throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. Peyton Goins reaches base on the play. But he holds the runner at second. So now with 1 out and a runner on first and second, that's going to bring up leadoff hitter pitcher Easton Tillman. He lined out to first base in his first at bat. Breaking ball called strike 1 on the first pitch. Here comes the 0-1. A called strike on the lower outside corner. Count is now 0-2 to Tillman. And Tillman ripped an 0-2 to a first in his first at bat. Here's the 0-2, and that one's hit to left center. It's twisting, caught by the left fielder, and they get it in. Runner's unable to advance. And that's the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up second baseman Eli Gann with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Cooper still working from the stretch. Comes with the first pitch to Gann. Breaking ball into the dirt. Ball 1. Eli Gann steps back into the box, 2 on, up 1-0 in the count. 1-0 from Cooper. Just misses inside, ball 2. Now 2-0 to Eli Gann with 2 on. And that's a called strike on the outside corner. Brings the count 2-1. Here's Cooper from the stretch. And that's lined into right field. And fielded cleanly by the right fielder on the fly for the third out of the inning. Phoenix strand 2 runners in that half of the inning. And the score after 2.5 remains Reidsville 2, McMichael 0. Leadoff hitter Connor Martin, who is 1-1 with a double to right center, will lead off the bottom of the third for the Rams. Here comes the first offering to him. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Martin will be followed in the lineup by Gingler and Scales. And Martin, here's the 0-1. And that's a called strike on the outside corner for strike 2. Now it's 0-2 to Martin. And that one's just off the plate outside. Brings the count to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Martin. Oh! He hits Martin in the back. And that's going to put a runner at first. It's going to bring up catcher Lucas Gingler, who is 1 of 1 on the day. He found the right field line with a Texas leaguer in the first for a single. And he'll come back up to the plate, 1 for 1. And that one's inside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Gingler with a runner on first. And that's grounded between third and short for a base hit.
Next up is the shortstop, Christian Scales.
So Gingler makes it 2-2 on the evening, and that's going to bring up shortstop Christian Scales. Snow will take the courtesy runner spot at first for Gingler. And Scales went down swinging in his first at bat, 0-1 today. And that's ball 1 inside. So Scales with runners on first and second, 1-0 count. Fouls that one back to the screen to even the count at 1. Tillman with the 1-1 to Scales. And Scales rips that one to left. Diving grab made by the left fielder.
The pitcher, Colby Cooper.
And that's the first out of the inning. Off the diving catch by Andrew Lovelace. And that's going to bring up pitcher Colby Cooper. Cooper grounded out to third but knocked in a run in his first at bat tonight. And he'll come up with 2 on and 1 out. Cooper would love to help his calls here, get another run in. And that's a pass ball. Goes back to the screen. One 1-0 now to Colby Cooper. And the runners advance to second and third as the pitch goes back to the backstop. Tillman comes set. Here's the pitch. And that one's toward right field. Fly out to the right fielder. He gets it in. Cut off by the first baseman. And wild throw past third. That's going to bring in both runners on the throwing error. So Cooper sacrifices home one. And the second one reaches on the throwing error. And that brings the score Rams 4, Phoenix nothing. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And Grady Barrett will step up to the plate. Barrett is 1-1 today. Hit a soft single up the middle. And that one's fouled back toward the school. To bring the count 0-1. 0-1 delivery is in the dirt for ball 1. Now 1-1 count to Grady Barrett. Tillman working from the windup. And that's it finds the space over the shortstop's head just barely for a single.
Third baseman Dakota Petty.
And Barrett now 2 of 2 on the night. Dakota Petty, who's had a swinging strikeout for the third out of the first inning, will step into the box now. Left-handed hitter versus the lefty pitcher. Here comes the first pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1 to Petty. And the runner goes. And he is gunned down trying to steal. For the third out of the inning. Reidsville Rams pick up 2 runs on 2 hits, and they have doubled their scoreline. Rams now lead it 4-0 after 3 innings of play. Leading off for the McMichael Phoenix in the top of the 4th will be shortstop Grayson Shelton, followed by center fielder Colin Mitchell and designated hitter Brady Dunn. Cooper from the windup. Ball 1 off the plate and low. Grayson Shelton in. And that one's a fly ball to right. Fielded by the right fielder for out number 1.
Next up is the center fielder, Colin Mitchell.
Davis Bowers makes the catch on the play. And with 1 out, that's going to bring up center fielder Colin Mitchell. Mitchell had a swinging strikeout in his first at bat. And the first offering to Mitchell is called a ball. 1-0 count. Cooper with the 1-0. Mitchell shows bunt but pulls it back and fouls it out of play to the right side. That'll even the count at 1. Here comes the 1-1 to Mitchell. And he lines it into right. That's going to drop for a base hit.
Next up is the DH, Brady Dunn.
Good piece of hitting there from Mitchell, just going with the pitch. Pokes it into right field. That's going to put him on first base and bring up designated hitter Brady Dunn. Pickoff attempt, and he's back safely. Cooper from the stretch. Here's the offering to Dunn. Breaking ball, called strike one. Dunn will dig in down a strike. Runner on first with one out. Here's the 0-1 to Dunn. Another pickoff attempt. Mitchell is back safely. Dunn shows bunt early. Continues to show bunt. Pulls it back. Ball in the dirt. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Cooper comes set. Ooh, comes inside hard. Dunn avoids being hit. 2-1 count now. Dunn, again, showing bunt early. Pulls it back. And that's ball 3 out off the plate. So now 3-1 to Brady Dunn. And that's Scales comes up with it. Throw is not in time. Great play to knock it down by Scales and threw across his body, but just couldn't get it there in time. He caught that one deep in the hole. An amazing play by Scales. Good hustle down the line for Dunn to leg out the single, and that'll bring runners to first and second for Jack Rogers, the catcher, and 1 out. Here's the first pitch to Rogers. Called strike on the outside corner. And the 0-1. Breaking ball, called strike 2. Rogers down 0-2 with runners at first and second. The 0-2 delivery. And that one just missed. 1-2 count now to Rogers. And Rogers steps out. Cooper steps off the rubber. Now everyone's settled back in. Cooper comes set. Comes to the plate. And that's poked into left center, base hit, and it's going toward the gap.
There you go. Yes, sir.
And that's a single for Rogers, knocking in a run.
First baseman, Quentin Joyner.
Mitchell scores on the play. Dunn advances to third, and now with runners at the corners and 1 out, that's going to bring up first baseman Quentin Joyner. And now a 4-1 Reidsville lead. Joyner showing bunt, pulls it back, and that's a ball off the plate. Joyner with a 1-0 count. Strike called on the outside corner. 1-1 now. Gingler knocks down the 1-1 in the dirt, but Rogers advances to second on the, and no attempt to throw him out. 2-1 now to Joyner. It's now 2 runners in scoring position and a 2-1 count to Joyner. And now we're back ready to go. Joyner, the 2-1 count. He steps in. Here's the pitch. Took the pitch high. That brings the count 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. Oh, swing on the pitch up at his eyeballs. That's strike 2. Brings the count full. We have timeout called by the umpire. Joyner will step back in. Now full count. Cooper from the stretch comes set, delivers, and that's fouled. Joyner keeps his bat alive. Count remains full. Another payoff pitch from Cooper. And he walks Joyner. So that brings the bases loaded and 1 out. And it'll bring to the plate third baseman, number 10, Jackson Hall.
Third baseman, Jackson Hall.
Hall was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. First pitch is a called strike. 0-1 now to Hall. Bases loaded, 4-1 lead for the Rams right now, and 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch now to Jackson Hall. Breaking ball called, strike 2. Hall down 0-2 with the bases loaded and 1 out. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball misses inside. One-two count now to Jackson Hall. And that one is fouled out of play on the right side. Still 1-2 to Hall. Here comes the 1-2. And that one's pulled down to third base. They get the force out at home.
Right fielder Peyton Williams.
So Hall reaches first base on the fielder's choice. Bases remain loaded, but the Rams pick up an out on the force out at home. So bases juiced for Peyton Goins, the right fielder, and the 9-hitter. Goins reached base on an error the first time up. And they said that he checked his swing on the first pitch of the at-bat. So 1-0 count to Goins. Breaking ball, called strike on the outside corner to even the count at 1. Here's the 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner on the fastball. 1-2 now to Goins. And that breaking ball is swung on, grounded to the pitcher. Cooper fields it, throws it to first, and that's the third out of the inning. So McMichael leaves the bases loaded to end the inning. They pick up 1 run on 3 hits. And after 3.5, Reidsville Rams lead 4-1.
Leading off for the Rams, the bottom. Leading off for the Rams, the bottom of the fourth is third baseman Dakota.
Coming up in the bottom of the fourth for the Reidsville Rams will be third baseman Dakota Petty, followed by designated hitter Jack Miller and center fielder Princeton Janey. And Tillman has thrown 47 pitches through 3 complete innings of work. He will start the fourth off against third baseman Dakota Petty. First pitch to Petty, strike 1. that is a grounder fielded by the third baseman, fired over the first in time. First out of the inning.
Now for DH Jack Miller.
That's going to bring up designated hitter Jack Miller for the Rams. With one out in the bottom of the fourth. Here comes the first pitch to Miller. Oh, and he has to hit the dirt to avoid getting planted. And now we have a 1-0 count to Miller. Here's the 1-0. Off the plate outside. Now 2-0. Here comes the 2-0. Called strike. Brings the count 2-1 to Miller. Ooh, nasty breaking ball. Called strike 2. Count is now 2-2 to Miller. Tillman with the wind and the pitch. And a swinging strikeout for Miller. And the second out of the inning. 2 down now. Janey will step in, the center fielder. Had a swinging strikeout in his first at bat. Now the lefty on lefty matchup. Tillman versus Janey. Here's the first pitch to him. Strike called on the outside corner. 0-1 now to Janey. Second pitch misses on the inside. Called a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. Second pitch is looked by Janey. Called strike 2. Now Janey is down 1-2. And the Phoenix are having a little meeting at the mound here. Coach Erskine's out, speaking with his infield. And it looks like Tillman's going to come out of the game. It has to be a pitch count issue. And Tillman went 3.2 innings, gave up 4 runs.
Pitches number 6. Mitchell. Mitchell.
And the new pitcher will be number 6, Colin Mitchell. He will come in to face Princeton Janey, who's already down 1-2 in the count. Spoke with Coach Erskine before the game. He described Mitchell as his right-hand fireballer. So Mitchell will make his pitching appearance tonight. Only in his sophomore year, but his second year as a starter. Here's the first pitch. It's in the dirt, but recovered by the catcher, and that is a strikeout to end the inning. So the Rams go down 1-2-3. And we have played 4 complete innings here at Ernie Holcomb Stadium. Reidsville Rams lead 4-1. And Cooper will continue on to start his 5th inning of work on the mound. He's thrown 64 pitches so far this game. And McMichael will lead off with the top of the order. Easton Tillman, he'll be followed by Eli Gann and Grayson Shelton. Here's the Tillman will step out of the box and ready himself. Here comes the first pitch to Tillman. Inside and in the dirt, ball 1. The 1-0 to Tillman from Cooper. Here it is. And that one's up and away, ball 2. Now Tillman works a hitter's count, 2-0 versus Cooper. Cooper with the 2-0 pitch. And that's grounded back up the middle, and it finds the hole for a base hit. So Tillman starts the Phoenix off with a base runner in the top of the 5th. 1 on, nobody out, and that brings up second baseman Eli Gann. Gann started off tonight 0 for 2. Or 1 for 2. He singled in the first inning and then flew to right in the 3rd. Was on the front end of a double play to end the first inning after reaching on that base hit. Ball 1 called, slightly high. Gingler goes out to talk to his pitcher, possibly to calm him down a bit. Count is 1-0 to Eli Gann. Tillman leads off at first, off to a pretty good lead. And Cooper steps off to get him back. Still 1-0. Cooper comes set. Tillman out to a good lead. Cooper delivers. And that's ball 2 inside. Gann up 2-0 with a runner on first and nobody out. Here's the pitch. And that one misses off the plate outside. 3-0 now to Gann. Here's the 3-0 to Gann. And that's a called strike on the outside corner to bring the count 3-1. Tillman on first, Gann at the plate. He swings, that one's up the middle. He gets and they get the 6-4-3 double play. And that's the second 6-4-3 double play turned by the Rams tonight. And that gives us 2 outs in the inning, and it'll bring up Grayson Shelton, the shortstop, with 2 outs. He swings and misses for strike 1. Shelton 0 of 2 tonight. Grounded into the double play to end the first inning and flew out to right to start the 4th. Here's the 0-1 to him. Breaking ball is off the plate. So now 1-1 to Shelton. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Called strike. Count is now 1-2 to Grayson Shelton. And that one's grounded short. Scales fields it, fires over to first, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So the Phoenix pick up 1 hit, but leave no one on base after the double play for the 1st and 2nd outs, and then the ground out to short in the inning. And through 4.5, we have a 4-1 Reidsville lead. Looks like Colin Mitchell will remain on the mound for the Phoenix. Rams will lead off the bottom of the 5th with right fielder Davis Bowers, and after that, the top of the order will come along with first baseman Connor Martin and catcher Lucas Gingler.
Leading off, number 9, Davis Bowers. 13, Davis Bowers.
Davis Bowers to lead off the inning. Mitchell with the 0-0 delivery. And that's a called strike on the outside corner. A lot of tailing action on that fastball. And here's the 0-1. Grounded to first. He'll take it himself. little indecision, but he decided quickly enough to get the out, and that's one out. That's going to bring up Connor Martin. Martin is 1-on-1 tonight, doubled in the first and was hit by a pitch in the third. And that fastball comes inside on the left-hand batter's box to Martin. 1-0 count now. That one's a little up and in off the plate. Now 2-0 to Martin. Mitchell from the windup. That's strike one called. Beautiful cut fastball. 2-1 now. Cut fastball just upstairs, called ball. 3-1 count now to Connor Martin. The 3-1 delivery is a called strike to bring the count full. Here's the payoff. And called ball 4. A lot of the fans not happy with that one, not sure where it missed. But it gives Reidsville a base runner with 1 out and brings up catcher Lucas Gingler. Gingler 2-2 tonight with a couple of singles. He comes up with a runner on and 1 out. And that's line to right, his third base hit of the evening.
Number 10, Christian Scales.
Gingler a perfect 3 of 3 tonight. And that brings up Christian Scales with 2 runners on. Snow will go to be the courtesy runner for Gingler again on first. And Christian Scales will step into the box. 0-2 tonight with a swinging strikeout and a fly to left. That one's upstairs for ball 1 to Scales. Comes the 1-0. Move to second. Not in time. Delivery to Scales. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there from Colin Mitchell. Evens the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Just out off the plate. 2-1 now to Christian Scales. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Mitchell is fooling Scales here with the off-speed stuff. Here's the 2-2, and that fastball is ripped to center. It's deep. Called almost at the warning track, but it'll be enough to advance the runners. Well, 1 runner.
Brings up number 38, Colby Cooper.
Martin will advance to third on the deep fly ball to center. Put runners at the corners with 2 outs, and Colby Cooper, the pitcher, will step in. and a meeting at the mound with Coach Clark Erskine and his infield. Colby Cooper will be the hitter. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And Rams up 4-1. Mitchell will work from the stretch. Throws one up above Cooper's head for ball 1. Now 1-0 for Cooper. And that one's fouled back for strike 1. Evens the count at a strike and a ball for Cooper. Runner still at the corners. Mitchell from the stretch comes set. Steps off. Looks the runner back to first. He'll reset, comes set again. 1-1 delivery. And that one's fouled to the right side and back. Now a 1-2 count for Colby Cooper after the foul back to the right side. 1-2 delivery, and he swings and misses. Oh, apparently it was a foul tip. He must have just got a piece. I didn't hear it. Mitchell from the stretch, 1-2 delivery. And that's ripped to left, and it gets down for a base hit.
Number 9, Grady Barrett.
Cooper picks up an RBI on the single. He knocks in Connor Martin. So now we have Snow at second, Cooper at first, and 2 outs. And I'll bring up second baseman Grady Barrett and bring our score to Reidsville 5, McMichael 1. Mitchell worked from the stretch with runners on first and second and 2 outs. He steps off the rubber. Pickoff move to first. Hits the runner. And bounces off of him. That's going to allow Snow to advance to third. So now runners at the corners. No count to Grady Barrett. And we have an intentional walk.
Number 6, Dakota Petty.
So Coach Erskine decides to put Grady Barrett on the intentional walk. And that brings up Dakota Petty. And the first offering to Petty was ball 1. Second offering called strike. Evens the count at 1-1. That's a called strike. Now 1-2 to Petty. Petty is 0-2 on the day. And that one's high and tight for ball 2. 2-2 count now. Mitchell working quickly. And that's a swinging strike 3. So the Rams pick up another run on 2 hits. And after 5 complete innings, Reidsville Rams lead this one 5-1. Coming into the top of the 6th, McMichael Phoenix will lead off with Colin Mitchell, followed by Brady Dunn and Jack Rogers. And Cooper will continue on the slab for the Rams. He's thrown 76 pitches tonight. Here's the first delivery to Mitchell. Called strike on the breaking ball. Count is 0-1 to Mitchell. Here's the 0-1. Another breaking ball swung on a miss, strike 2. Now Mitchell down 0-2. Here comes Cooper with the 0-2. Tailing fastball fouled back. Mitchell stays alive. Here's the 0-2 to Mitchell. And that one's off the plate for ball 1. Now a 1-2 count for Mitchell. Here's Cooper. Winds up, delivers. That one's in the dirt for ball 2. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. And Mitchell looks at strike 3.
Brings up number 7, Brady Dunn.
That's going to bring up designated hitter Brady Dunn. Here's the wind and the pitch. Breaking ball left it hanging up high, ball 1. He winds up. Here's the 1-0. And that one's lined to center. It's high. And it's fielded cleanly. Second out of the inning on the fly out to center.
15, Jack Rogers.
That's going to bring up catcher Jack Rogers with 2 outs. Rogers 1-2 today. Struck out in the 2nd and then singled in the 4th. First pitch to Rogers is strike 1. Cooper working quickly. The 0-1 is off the plate, evens the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Cooper from his windup. Breaking ball hit the left. That one's going to drop. So a base hit for Rogers. Gives the Phoenix a runner with 2 outs. That's going to bring up first baseman Quentin Joyner. Joyner's 0-1 tonight. Reached base in the 4th on a walk and flew to right in the 3rd. So with 1 on and 2 outs, Joyner will face the 0-0. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 called. Joyner at 0-1. Here's the pitch. Called, strike 2. And a snap throw pickoff attempt from Gingler. Doesn't get Rogers at first. Oh, 2 to Joyner. Breaking ball upstairs. Missed with that one. Brings the count to 1-2. I have that down as Cooper's 90th pitch of the night. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Leaves the runner on for the Phoenix. And after the top of the 6th inning, Reidsville leads this one 5-1. Colby Cooper with a masterful performance through 6 innings of work has given up only 1 run on 6 hits.
Leading off for the Rams, the bottom of the 6th inning is number 27, Jack Miller.
Leading off for Reidsville in this inning is designated hitter Jack Miller. He'll be followed by Princeton Janey and Davis Bowers.
Correction, Carson Robertson is hitting for himself.
Oh, they brought up Carson Robertson. He'll hit for himself. So his first at-bat of the evening. So Robertson in his first at-bat of the evening. Grounds it back to Mitchell. Mitchell throws on to first for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Colin Mitchell in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to bring up center fielder Princeton Janey. Here's the first pitch to Janey. Just misses inside. 1-0 count now. Here's the 1-0 delivery. And that one's inside off the plate. Ball 2 to Janey. Janey 0-2 tonight. He struck out swinging twice. There's strike one to Janey. 2-1 now. Mitchell will deliver. And called strike two on the inside corner. Good pitch there from Mitchell. Evens the count at 2-2. And a swing and a miss by Janey for strike three.
Number 13, Davis Bowers.
And Davis Bowers will come up to the plate. He is 0-2 tonight. He's grounded out twice. Once to second and once to first. Mitchell will deliver here. And that one's fouled back. Strike one. Oh, and the 0-1 delivery is high and tight to Bowers. Brings the count to 1-1. Mitchell delivering to Bowers, 1-1. That one's high for ball two. Two one inside off the plate, brings the count 3-1. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that one's grounded to third, comes up with it clean. And the throw to first is in time for the third out of the inning. So 1, 2, 3, bottom of the sixth. And after 6 complete innings of play, the score is Reidsville 5, McMichael 1.
Half-price pizza and hot dogs.
Due up in the top of the 7th inning for the McMichael Phoenix, third baseman Jackson Hall, right fielder Peyton Goins, and then Easton Tillman, who started off the game pitching.
In the pitch for the Rams is number 9, Grady Barrett.
And Grady Barrett will be the new pitcher for Reidsville. He will attempt to...
Number 10, Jackson Hall.
And Barrett will attempt to come in here and shut down the Phoenix. Ball one called to Jackson Hall. Hall, the 1-0. Barrett misses with that one high. 2-0 now to Hall. Here's the 2-0 from Barrett. Strike right down the middle. 2-1 now. And Barrett, who we saw in the Rockingham game, also a straight over-the-top pitcher with pretty good movement. That's ball 3, inside and high. 3-1 now. And the coach is going to go out and have a brief word with Barrett after he goes down 3-1 to his first batter. Coach Elrod goes out to calm down his pitcher a little bit. I take it back. That wasn't Coach Elrod. That was their pitching coach. Now Barrett will deliver to Hall again down with the 3-1 count. He calls time. Hall step in. 3-1 count still. Barrett comes set. Pitch. Buries it down the middle of the plate. Brings the count full. Now the payoff pitch from Barrett to Hall. And Hall swings, chops it foul down the left side. Still a full count to Jackson Hall. Grady Barrett with the payoff pitch. And that one's fouled back. Hall stays alive. Count still full. Another payoff pitch. And that one is chopped foul. A real battle here between the pitcher and the hitter. Already an 8-pitch at bat and a full count. And a swing and a miss for Hall for the first out of the inning. And Peyton Goins will step up to the plate for the Phoenix now. Goins reached base on an error in the third and grounded out to the pitcher in the fourth. So 0-2 today. It's the first pitch to Goins. Breaking ball well off the plate for ball one. That had some late bite on it. One 1-0 now to Goins from Barrett. That one just misses off the plate for ball two. 2-0 count now to Goins. Barrett from the stretch, comes set, delivers the 2-0. That's strike one called. 2-1 count now. Goins took the first strike of the at-bat. Brings the count 2-1. Barrett comes set, delivers. That one's off the plate outside. Ball three. 3-1 now to Goins. Barrett comes set, delivers. That one's off the plate. Goins draws the base on balls. And the Phoenix have a runner on first with one out. And now Easton Tillman, center fielder, will step up to the plate. Tillman 1 of 3 today. Singled in the 5th. Also flew out to left and grounded out to short. Or no, lined out to first. And strike one called. And Tillman is down 0-1. Goins on first, 0-1 to Tillman. Here's the 0-1. And that's lined into the left center field gap. Left fielder gets to it, fields it cleanly, gets it back in.
Now number 8, Eli Gann.
And that single from Tillman puts runners on first and second. And Eli Gann, second baseman, will come up to hit. Gann singled in the first and was later called out in a double play. He's also flew out to right and grounded to second, 1 of 3 tonight. And the first pitch of the at-bat is a called strike on the outside corner to put Gann in the hole 0-1. Barrett switches out the ball with the umpire. Here comes the 0-1 to Gann. Breaking ball hangs up high. Ball 1. 1-1 now to Gann with runners on first and second and 1 out. Barrett comes set. Called strike on the outside corner. That's a 1-2 count now. Gann will come up, dig in down 1-2 with 2 runners on and 1 out. Barrett comes set, delivers the 1-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3. And that's the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up number 3 hitter, Grayson Shelton, the shortstop, with runners on first and second and 2 outs. First delivery to Shelton is low and away for ball 1. Second pitch is upstairs, called ball 2. Now 2-0 to Shelton. Shelton is 0-3 on the night. A couple of ground outs and a fly out to right. And now he has a 2-0 against Barrett with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Here's the 2-0. Called strike on the outside corner. 2-1 now. And Shelton with runners at first and second, a 2-1 count. Barrett comes set. Here's the pitch. And that swung, grounded up the middle. Fielded by the second baseman, but throw is not in time.
Number 6, Colin Mitchell.
That'll be scored an error on the second baseman as he mishandled it. Didn't get the throw over in time, and it's going to bring up pitcher Colin Mitchell with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And he represents the potential tying run at the plate. And strike 1 to Mitchell. Mitchell has singled and struck out swinging and struck out looking, 1-3 on the night. He's down 0-1 now to Barrett. And that's strike 2 to Mitchell, and Mitchell's in the hole down 0-2. Coach Erskine will speak to Mitchell. Down 0-2, bases loaded. And Grady Barrett's got him in a deep hole early. 0-2 and 2 outs with the bases loaded. Barrett will step up on the slab. Comes set 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Breaking ball called strike 3, and that's the ball game.
That's the ball game. Thank you all for coming. Drive in safely.
Phoenix leave the bases loaded, and they will drop this one to the Reidsville Rams with a 5-1 final. Phoenix picked up 1 run on 6 hits and an error. Reidsville Rams score 5 on 7 hits and an error. Winning pitcher for the Reidsville Rams, Colby Cooper, threw 6 innings of work. Grady Barrett came in to get the save, pitched the last inning. Starting pitcher for the Phoenix was Easton Tillman. He worked 3.2 innings, gave up four runs before making his exit. Colin Mitchell worked 2.1 innings and gave up 1 run during his innings of work. We'll be back with you on RoCo Radio tomorrow night. That game will be live from Moorhead High School as Rockingham County travels to Moorhead High School, and we will be live to bring you that game. First pitch scheduled for 7. We will be on the air around 6:30 as Joe Dexter and I bring you Panthers versus Cougars baseball. And tonight from Ernie Holcomb Stadium, this is Jonathan Hatley of RoCo Radio. Thanks to everyone for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow night.